No, I don't think it's a playful thing. I think it's first off, if you find your name written in red ink or blood on an item, you should run. This isn't like a ha ha thing. This is a you need to run. You need to get the fuck out of there. That's like malicious intent. So like you need to get out of that. I don't it's not a coincidence. Someone's after you. Someone's clearly after you. You should get out. Nami said quietly as she nodded. We'll catch a cold if we stay out in the rain like this. Let's head back. I pulled Nami away and kept walking. Even after we returned to the mansion, Nami looked gloomy. I felt sorry for her. Why did she have to see that? It was all my fault. How could I make her feel better? Oh, that's it. Hey, I said to her cheerfully. What? Feel like using their shower? What? Nami looked at me stunned. You're covered in mud after all. But it's fine. It's fine. I think they might have one over that way. I went on ahead. Turning right down the hallway, reached a frosted glass door. This is it. I grabbed the handle. It was totally dark inside. I shined my flashlight in, and just as I thought, it was a bathroom. There was a white sink and a large mirror on the left. On the other side was a Western-style toilet next to a sliding glass door. The shower was probably on the other side of that door. All right, let's start by washing our hands, huh? I went over to the sink. You can wash your hands first, Nami. I let Nami go before me. I think this is the shower here. I opened the door. We washed our hands first last time, so let's try the shower first. I think this is the shower here. I opened the door. I got hit with a blast of air. It felt cold. Wow. It's so spacious. Startled, I turned back and looked over at Nami. In the mirror had been painted red with blood. Nami, that's... Huh? Nami's face looked red, reflected in the bloody mirror. Blinked my eyes and took another look. The mirror looked perfectly normal. Okay, that's new. That wasn't there the last time. How's the shower? Does it seem usable? Yeah. I hurried out, flustered. It's got hot water, too. You should be okay. Anyway, I just want to get washed up and get out of the mansion. Naturally, I planned to let Nami go in before me. Anyway, I just want to get washed up and get out of this mansion. I said nothing and took off my shirt. What are you doing, huh? I'm gonna take a bath. Isn't it obvious? But I'm going to take a bath, and your point is? If I'm going to take a bath, then why are you taking off your shirt, Sachu? Oh, I was thinking I might help you wash your back. You've gotta be kidding me. Yeah. Nami asked me to come back with her change of clothes from the entrance hall. I brought them back to the shower. Thanks. I'll be right out of there after I get clean, okay? I'll be waiting out here, dirty as ever. Without any other choice, I passed through the sliding door and left. Nami started taking a bath. Oh, she's naked right now. Stop it, you stop with the perv. What is with the damn perv this playthrough? I don't like it. I really don't. Kind of gross. Nami screamed. Sachu. Nami. I jumped right in. There was a lot of steam in there, and Nami, she was covering her private parts with a towel. The water got so hot all of a sudden it almost burned me. You brought a towel into the shower? That's beside the point. She sounded really mad. Fine. I'll take a look. I walked deeper into the steam with my shoes still on. I tried turning the water off, but the hot water wouldn't stop coming out, and it seemed like it was getting hotter. If it seemed dangerous, just leave it alone. I'll go look for the boiler room. If the problem's not there, I wouldn't know how to fix it. Sachu, what are you looking at? I knew just where to find the boiler room. I opened the door behind the stairs in the entrance and headed down to the basement. And at the end of it was the boiler room. The air was very thick and heavy, and I began to sweat. I was stunned when I saw the temperature meter. The knob was set to 100 degrees Celsius. Turned it back to 42. The pressure gauge was steadily rising and the safety valve was broken. But it was an accident, or did someone break it deliberately? I suddenly started to get worried about Nami. Wait for me, Nami. Nami's okay, I kept telling myself that as I ran. I kept egging myself on to keep running, even though I felt I was going to collapse. Let's do B. I felt like I did the A last time. I kept egging myself on to keep running, even though I felt like I was about to collapse. Nami wasn't there. Nami, I started to panic. Nami, what's wrong? What are you shouting for? I was relieved to see Nami there. I was drying my hair. Sorry about that. We have to get out of here right now. A walking suit of armor, a vanishing mummy, a dangerous boiler tank. If we stay here any longer, we're gonna get killed. Yeah, I think you're right. Still, I was eager to wash this disgusting stuff off me. I'd like to take a bath if I could, but I couldn't go in there and leave Nami alone. It'd be too dangerous. It's scary alone. I'd be better to make it quick. We shouldn't leave Nami alone. But I couldn't go in there and leave Nami alone. It'd be too dangerous. I'll be fine. Get in there and get washed up quickly. This time, I was able to control the shower's hot water without any problems. I cleaned myself off as quick as possible. The shower didn't get me clean, though. It washed away some of my weariness and fear, too, and it got me thinking, where could the owner of this house have gone? What kind of person were they? There was one other thing I was curious about. Every so often, Nami's been acting different. Lately, I have no idea what she's thinking. Well, maybe it's just me. That's when I noticed something. A strange smell. It was coming from the bathtub, so I looked in. Ugh. There wasn't any water in the tub, just bones and clumps of... Ew! Ew! No! 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 Fuck this. No. There wasn't any water in the tub, just bones and clumps of flesh. It was like they'd all been chewed by some kind of beast. There wasn't anything like that in the tub when I was there earlier, though. I reached over to the sliding door, opening it, figuring I could just leave. I tried to be rational. What should I do next? Oh, God. I don't like this. Oh, God. Be rational. I try to be rational. What should I do next? Whoa. There was a snake at the bottom of the sliding door. Why is there a snake? Snake! I can't right now. Oh God. I can't. I cannot right now. This is like... I gotta be strong. Okay. It's a pit viper. Okay, I don't think there were pit vipers in Japan, but another pit viper came out of the vent, and another. They slithered towards me. There was no way for me to escape. I don't think pit vipers are native to Japan. I don't know. I have to look this up later if they are or not, because this is gonna bug me. This is bugging me now. I'm Googling this. We're Googling it. Are pit vipers in Japan? I like how it was the first Google... Okay. They're called mambushi, so they're the Japanese moccasin, the Japanese pit viper. They are venomous. Okay, so there is a pit viper native to Japan. Interesting. Google, thank you. I also find it funny that this was the first Google result, but it's fine. Nami. Hey, Nami. I shouted out to her as loud as I could, but she didn't respond, so I moved slowly and quickly over to the sliding door. The crooked heads of the pit vipers turned and followed right after me. I could feel the sweat running down my armpits. I softly reached for the doorknob, and at that moment a pit viper jumped. It coiled itself over the handle. At that moment, blue sparks flew through the air and the pit viper's skin got instantly roasted. I'm sorry, what? How blue sparks through the air and the viper is now roasted? That doesn't... What electricity is flying here that would cause that? That is... Ugh. The sliding door was connected to an electrical current. Okay, how is it connected? There wasn't outlets. There wasn't any goddamn outlets in the room. How is it connected to an electrical current? I was naked, wet, and surrounded by pit vipers. That sentence of... I was naked, wet, and surrounded by pit vipers. There was nowhere I could go. I started banging on the wall. Uh-oh. I think I caused an earthquake. I know this is supposed to be serious right now, but I can't. I can't right now. The idea of 2 poisonous snakes in the bathroom. Okay. Okay, recompose myself. The house rumbled and cracks started to run through the tile, ceiling, and walls. Then the glass sliding door shattered. Holes had appeared all over the wall. Okay, this is really stupid. Okay. Recompose. This is a serious story. This is a serious story that we need to be serious about. The water sank, draining out all at once. I passed through the hole in the wall to make it out into the bathroom. Then the earthquake stopped right on cue. It was odd. It was like everything up until this point had never happened. I put on my change of clothes in a hurry and rushed out of the bathroom. Nami wasn't there. I had no idea what she could be up to. No, that wasn't true. I had an idea. She could have been taken by somebody. Nami! I screamed. I'm here, answer me. If you can't say anything, at least just make a noise. I'll come right over. Maybe she has no choice but to keep quiet now. What should I do? I feel like C is the logical choice. I'm sorry. I'm not over the whole, oh, we're naked and afraid in the bathroom and there's a snake. I feel like that is so unrealistic. First the rattlesnake, then the pit viper. I'm like, is this just a pit of snakes? Because this is a little into fantasy territory. Maybe she has no choice but to keep quiet right now. What should I do? I saw the figure of someone in the hallway. It was a woman. She was wearing a white dress that was fluttering in the wind. It was Nami. When did she put on that dress? Nami. I ran after her, but then she started to float. She continued to stare straight at me as she floated up until she seemed to get swallowed by the ceiling and vanished. I just realized she's not me, and this playthrough has been pervy. Therefore we are so... Yeah, we're trying to find the One Piece. We're trying to find the One Piece. I just stood there in a daze. Was I imagining that, or was it a ghost that just happened to look exactly like Nami? A pair of eyes flashed at me in the darkness, and I could hear laughter echoing around me. That was scary. Not gonna lie. That was a good jump scare. I'm a little freaked out. Also pretty good for the SNES. Like, I would not think about that. After that, only the wind was blowing. Nami. What in the world was going on with Nami? I'm not sure why, but I was afraid to start looking for Nami. I have to find her no matter what, I thought to myself. I thought I'd just wait right here where I was for Nami to return. We're gonna go find her. I have to find her no matter what, I thought to myself, or relied on my intuition. Where was Nami? This was the room. I was sure of it. Nami was sitting in the corner of the room, holding her knees. Nami? Sachu. Nami was crying. What happened, Nami? I told you not to go anywhere. Don't run off like that, Sachu. How did I get here? Why are you asking me? You don't know? Nami gulped like a child. I was drying my hair when suddenly I felt a man's arms around me. I don't know what happened after that. Nami looked cold. She was shivering. Don't worry, I'm here with you. I put my arms around Nami's shoulder. Then someone else is here just as I thought. I felt a chill run down my spine. Don't worry, I'm here with you. I put my arm around Nami's shoulder. Look at this room, Sachu. I looked around the room. There were all sorts of toys. They all seemed to be toys for girls from about 15 years ago. Haunted doll watch. Oh, so this was a kid's room. It all brings back memories, Nami said. Yeah, it does for me too. The girls in my neighborhood all had toys like these. No, I didn't mean it that way, huh? It's not just the toys that bring back memories. It's this room too. What a weird thing for Nami to say. Hey, I wonder why everything's in sets of two. There were two of everything. Two babies, each with a milk bottle, two playing house sets, two chairs, and so on. They must have had two girls. Nami picked up a monkey toy. Ah! Nami screamed in terror. The monkey toy bore its teeth and angrily struck at its cymbals. Oh god, that's creepy. I just think of the click, 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 you know, with the cymbals. It's not. I don't know. Just throw it away if you don't like it. Take it from me. I can't get it out of my hands. I plucked the annoying little monkey out of Nami's hands and smacked it. Let's get out of this lousy mansion. I'm just thinking, because I also had a monkey toy growing up, but it was like a puppet, and like the hands squeaked. Had a squeaker in it. So like the two hands like had magnets in it, so you could like clap them together and stuff, and then there was a squeaker in the mouse in the house in like the mouth portion. So it's like you could squeak it and then move the arms. But I never had like a cymbal clapping monkey. I just had like the hand puppet, which I had for a very long time. It was a very weird stuffed animal like hand puppet thing. I don't know why my parents had it for us, but maybe it's just every kid has a monkey toy. As I led Nami out of the mansion, I felt like we were being watched. I became curious about what sort of sisters had lived here. Yeah, I mean, we've had this whole thing about being watched. Let's say it's being watched. I felt like we were being watched. Let's hurry, Nami. Nami suddenly stopped in her tracks. There were old lines comparing heights carved into a thick pillar that struck out of the stucco wall. Judging by height, they must have been 3 or 4 years old. Names were etched next to the lines. Nami and Naomi. That's my name. Hey, cut it out, Nami. You make it sound so weird. I compared my height here with another girl. Hey, I chided her, feeling frustrated. There are plenty of people named Nami. God, that's just a tongue twister. Don't get any funny ideas just because this girl has the same name as you. Right. You're right. Nami's expression returned to normal. This Nami is probably older by now, right? Oh. Oh? A crack ran up the pillar right before my eyes. It was still moving up. When it reached about where my eyes were, it formed a new height line. That new height line was Nami's height right now. How could it be? I wondered who Naomi was. I thought about why Nami's name would be there. I thought, who cares about this? Let's hurry up and get out of here. B seems like. I thought about why Nami's name would be there. That sound. Nami clung onto my arm. It's coming from that painting. It sounded like it was coming from the large oil painting that was hung in the hallway. The sound coming out of the painting after we came up to it. Or the sound stopped coming out of the painting as soon as we came up to it. It's kind of a creepy painting. It seemed like an occultish painting of some sort. It had a dark, devilish touch to it. There were 2 girls fighting over a sword and an older woman there who seemed like their mother. The painting is different from the last time. Because the painting was just the flowers and stuff with the 2 girls. Interesting. Judging by the way they were dressed, they were from medieval Europe. At the borders of the painting were hyperciliums, twisted into strange shapes. Hyperciliums. These girls have the exact same face. Maybe they're twins. I was just saying whatever popped into my head, but it seemed like Nami's blood froze. Twins. Huh? I was a twin. Don't say that, Nami. That's just dumb. I laughed. You're an only child, Nami. What are you talking about being a twin for? Oh, yeah, you're right. Nami was really confused. But when I see this painting with these twins, I don't know anymore. At that moment, Nami, get away from that painting. I pulled her away from it. I feel like this thing's got a hex upon it. I stared at the painting like it was about to swallow me up. Let's do B. I feel like this thing's got a hex upon it. I stared at the painting like it was about to swallow me up. Suddenly, I could hear a piano. Nami's head jerked up. That piano. Nami broke into a run like she had just snapped. I chased after her. Nami and I entered the piano hall. The piano was being played by a woman who was wearing a white dress. That woman was Nami. Nami? I did a double take, and the woman who looked just like Nami had disappeared. The piano was still playing, as if it was a player piano. I was a twin. Nami said it loud and clear. My sister and I lived here together with our mom. Wind blew through the room. It sounded unreal to me, but Nami didn't react to it at all. There was a man. My mom was very nice to him. I liked him. Was he a relative of yours? Okay, this is new because we didn't bring this up the last time. He seemed like a dad to me, or maybe a little brother. He might have even just been one of my mom's guests. Get it together, Nami. Yeah, because they didn't bring up any information about the brother last time. So this is new information. New information. Neat. Very interesting. Interesting. Okay. You're an only child. Your house is in Tokyo. You've got 2 amazing parents there now, don't you? I'm not so sure. Nami put her hands up to her head. I feel like my head's gonna split apart. I remember. Nami didn't look like her usual self. I was born and raised here. Nami, calm down. I know you've been through a lot today. Your nerves have got to be shot. But if you take a second and think about it with a clear head, you'll realize that none of what you're saying makes sense. But, Nami shouted as she cried. My real mom was here. I had a twin sister named Naomi, too. The 2 of us compared our heights here. I remember it. Don't give me that nonsense. Your mom's waiting at home for you now, you know? We just needed to get out of the mansion. Naomi, you're an only child. I tried to calm her down. I think the first one makes more sense. Don't give me that nonsense. Your mom's waiting at home for you now, you know? We just need to get out of this mansion. Nami, let's get you out of here through the window. No. Nami stood up. This is my house after all. Nami, you need to chill out. You're up here, I need you down here. What about your mom and dad in Tokyo right now? Your mom told me she named you after your birthday. Nah. Nami. Nagetsu. Oh, Nagetsu. Oh, okay. July 3rd. She's the one who named you, Nami. What do you have to say about that? She just made that story up, Nami cried. She took me in after I left this place. Yeah, the memories are coming back to me now. More of them. And they're clearer more than ever. More than before. I'm telling you, those are all just a bunch of... I know how dangerous it is for you to stay here any longer. You have to get out of here alone, Sachu. Nami, go. There's something in my past that I'm starting to remember, and I don't want to have to tell you what it is. So what about your past? I shouted. If it's your past, it's my past. And then I wanted to wrap all of the pain that Nami was feeling. I thought about what I could say that might convince Nami. Let's do A, because I feel like this. I wanted to wrap up all the pain that Nami was feeling. Nami trembled in my arms. I'm scared, Sachu. I'm scared. She clung to me like a baby. I have a feeling I stabbed my mom. That's stupid. The only thing I could do A time like this will scold her. I did it, though. With a sword, Nami shouted. But that's different than what was last time, because last time she said the fire. Last time there was a fire. But this is... No, the painting changed, too. Interesting. Because if... I guess this is to distinguish the root, because the painting's different, and now she's saying she killed her in a different way. So, it's making me... Yeah, we're already diverged. I stabbed her, my own mom. We did it together, me and Naomi. I just looked at Nami, not saying anything. And when did this happen, Nami? You're saying that you have a sister now and that you lived here with her? Can you tell me when that was? Because you've been living in that same house in Tokyo since elementary school. Ah, none of it makes sense. Nami was becoming hysterical. Calm down, Nami. You're up here? I need you down here. You need to calm down. Okay, let's say you were adopted. Even if that's the case, it means you haven't lived here since you were in elementary school. The oldest you could have been here when you lived here was 6 or 7 tops. Are you seriously going to tell me that a 6-year-old and her sister stabbed their own mom with a sword? Ah, Nami ran out of the room. Nami. I chased after Nami as fast as I could, and I thought about how tired I was from all this running around. I thought about how to put a stop to Nami's confusion. When I thought about the pain Nami must... I feel like 3, that kind of fits the narrative more. When I thought about the pain Nami must be in, my heart ached for her. Are you there, Nami? I headed into the room. Nami wasn't there, but I did come across something strange. It was a miniature landscape. It was modeled after a mountain with a winding road, and there was a miniature car that had crashed into it. Oh, the miniature controlling everything. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I took a closer look at the miniature landscape, and it was in fact a replica of the road we'd been driving on. The car was positioned right where we had trouble with the brakes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, no. It's a terrible thing. I hate this. Was this some kind of setup? Did someone lure us to this spot? Just as I mulled over the possibility, I could hear Nami scream, Sachu! Come here. I ran straight to her. Nami. Worried about Nami, I shouted out to her while I ran. My bad premonition. We're gonna shout. I worried about Nami, shouted out to her while I ran. Nami. Nami was just standing there in a daze. Sachu, look. Nami said as she handed me something. It was actually 2 diaries written by a mother. There was a diary with Nami's name and another with Naomi's name. Interesting, because we only had the 1 diary last time. These diaries proved that I was her child. These proved that Naomi and I were her children. I laughed, though I had no reason to. Just because it has your name, Nami, that doesn't mean it's about you, does it? Even if it has this, Nami showed me a page that had her date of birth written on it. Even the blood type is the same. This is me. My mom wrote these diaries about me and Naomi. Nami covered her face with her hands and flew out of the room. Nami, wait. Don't follow me. Nami looked back at me with tears in her eyes. I've let someone die. Even if I hadn't, I'm about to let someone die. That's ridiculous. Oh, I can see their blood on my hands. These are the hands of a killer. I wouldn't let you kill anybody. Sachu, listen to me. Nami. You're the one who needs to listen, Sachu, Nami shouted. I might end up killing you, Nami cried and vanished into the darkness of the hallway. Nami, our relationship is going to be done for at this rate. You got friend-zoned earlier, so don't be talking about a relationship, dude. I reflected on the situation. I had to get those thoughts out of Nami's head. I may not be able to change her mind, but I can still help her. Maybe Nami was the one behind all. Okay. I can still help her, though. I may not be able to change her mind, but I can still help her. I found Nami. It was nighttime, but heat waves were moving through the courtyard, and she was standing in the middle of the scene. Many twin girls were crying in front of a blood-stained sword. Nami. I shouted, "Don't come any closer, Sachu. These are all the girls who couldn't pass away after they killed their mom." Nami cried and shouted, "Just like my sister." The ghosts of the twin girls vanished with a gust of wind. Nami, I shouted without thinking. Just like the other girls, Nami vanished. It was like she melted into the darkness. Nami! I trembled just like Nami did when she went crazy, and then I found where she was. Nami stood there like she'd been frozen in place. Sachu. Nami. I tried to walk up to her, but even though she was just standing in place, she began to float up in the air. Nami! I tried to run over, but something white appeared before me. We killed her. It was another Nami. It was Naomi. You're Naomi? Naomi looked up at Nami and said, "We killed our mom." What? Nami, we killed our mom. And then Nami responded in a daze. We killed our mom. Stop it, Nami. I yelled at her, shocked. It was true, Nami. We killed our mom. Yeah, this seems like this isn't Scooby-Doo anymore. Hey, stop it. I tried to grab Naomi. Whoa, my hand passed right through her. Nami, you must be punished too. Mom is waiting for you. Naomi vanished and Nami fell unconscious. Nami! I picked Nami up and hugged her. Nami looked at me in a daze. I didn't kill her, did I? I didn't kill my mom, right? Nami had finally lost it. Of course you did it, Nami. Get those stupid thoughts out of your head. Believe in yourself. Nami's eyes darted around as if she was doubtful. I didn't kill her, right? Nami. I grabbed hold of Nami's shoulders. Let's assume it's all true, and you left this mansion when you were little, and you just forgot all about it until today. That means you haven't seen your mom in a decade. When could you have killed your mom? Right. You're right, Nami said, still in a daze. I was sent away from this house, wasn't I? My mom abandoned me. Why wasn't I the only one she abandoned, though? Don't be stupid. Save it for later. But she did throw me out. Everything started shaking and Nami was screaming hysterically like she had gone out of her mind. Why didn't she raise me? The mansion shook. Nami, startled. I looked straight at Nami. Nami was moving away from me. It was like some unseen force was pulling her, but she didn't scream, not even once. If anything, the look on her face was that of a child being comforted by a doting mother. Nami, where are you going? I chased after Nami, but she disappeared into the darkness down the hallway. Nami! There was no sign of her. The mansion had stopped shaking.